Keeping itself and its progeny alive is the biggest aim of any species. If you look at fear, it's a fundamental resource which is essential to every human being and all other species. During the Stone Age, we had fear of being killed by the predators. Hence, we had to be active all the time in order to keep an eye on the surroundings. We lived in surroundings which were not very safe. The jungle, the caves, it had all kind of wild animals and natural disasters. And therefore, it was important for us to stay alert. In these times, we do not have the same challenges, but the challenges have come into different forms. Those challenges come in the form of relationship issues with people. It comes in the form of any kind of fear that comes from the news, which is what is happening currently with the COVID times. Now, that kind of fear is actually coming and is supported by the subconscious, by the unconscious. Now, that kind of fear is actually supported by the unconscious. And it would support the fear because that is required for survival. It's as simple as that. The autonomic nervous system has a parasympathetic nervous system that kicks off when we feel fearful about it. What it's actually doing is it's protecting us from the potential danger by running into the 3F, which is the fight, flight, or freeze zone, so that we can be protected and we can be saved. What becomes our responsibility is to see that fear as is and to give a signal or to tell our brain that it is okay, it is something which is manageable. So, hence, it's not a potential threat to my species or to my survival, so that the unconscious mind can relax, so that the parasympathetic system can go back and the sympathetic nervous system, which is that of rest, can operate. And the way that we can do that is we as humans have this part, which is the prefrontal cortex. This is where we make decisions. This is where we go about daily life doing the logic bit and everything. So it's the prefrontal cortex that can give logic and tell the system to just relax so that we do not have a reaction of fight, flight, or freeze. Another way to do is when you relax your body. The moment you relax your body, the mind perceives no threat to be present. Because if you're in fear, our body's physiology is very different. We may cringe, we may shake, there could be shivering. Our body could have all kind of different reactions when you're in fear. You may start to sweat. There is a loop of overthinking that begins there, which means that you have one worrisome thoughts that lead to another, that leads to the third one, and you keep thinking like that. Just give that all a stop. Let your mind, let your unconscious mind know that there is no fear, there is no potential threat to your survival. It can rest, and you are taking care of the situation at hand. Thank you.